welcome to my new and updated setup video for 2026. It has been over a month since I last showed you my setup, and I've made a vast amount of new changes ever since then. I completely changed my desk, my microphone, and I added some new things to make the setup a little bit more functional and look better. Without further ado, let's get into it. The big thing I was looking to improve on in my setup was my desk. I had an old and cheap desk which wasn't that great, so that was the main thing I was looking to improve on. When looking to get a new desk, I knew it had to be a standing one. I'm quite tall, so I get a bit of back pain, so having a desk that I could stand up at and do some work was really important to me. I went for the Quntis standing desk at 120 by 60cm big. It's an electric standing desk and it was really easy to assemble, so I would advise getting one. I got in the black colour to kind of match the vibe of my setup and the aesthetic. Honestly, having a standing desk is a game changer. I love the fact that I can just stand up on my desk while playing games or doing some work, and I can adjust it to any height I want really. And the desk itself just looks really good. It looks way better than my old desk, and the difference is just, you can't compare it. You just can't compare it at all. So yeah, if you're looking to buy a new desk, I would advise getting a standard one because they are just amazing. Honestly, they are. But the new desk is not the only thing that changed in the setup. Now, for what's on my desk, I've added some new things. I still have the same keyboard and mouse. They're the Reindeer Huntsman Mini and Reindeer Deathheader Essential. I've really enjoyed using this keyboard and mouse, so I've still no reason to upgrade. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Now, a big upgrade I made is my microphone. I hope the sound quality is much better on this video. I got the Rode Pod mic. It's a great dynamic microphone, and I also got it from a new podcast, which there will be more information about in coming weeks. I think that this microphone sounds really good, and I'm really happy with it. I have the pod mic on my old boom arm as it does the job and it works for now. I also have the Rode WS14 windscreen on my microphone to make the sound a bit better. This windscreen is really great because it's designed specifically for the pod mic and it still keeps its signature look, which I think just looks amazing. As the pod mic is an XLR mic, I also got the Started Solo 4th gen audio interface. I think it looks great and it's just really clean looking. It is great for what I need and it fits in really well. I also purchased the Streamdeck Mini. This has been around for years and I finally decided to buy it while it was on a discount. It looks really good on my desk and it has been really useful too, especially recording these videos. I'm also really big into emulation, so I use the Streamdeck to go into all the different emulators I have to play some old Xbox games or some old Nintendo games. I will also be making a video on how to set up and play different emulators on Mac, so be tuned for that. I was stuck with the same monitors as they serve my needs and I don't see a point in wasting money on some new ones. On my main monitor I have a Quntis Light Bar. At first I thought they were a gimmick and not really necessary, but after using it every day I just can't see myself without it. The light it provides has been really great and it does reduce eye strain a lot. The difference between not having it and having it is actually insane. It comes with this wireless controller which I have placed beside my Stream Deck, and you can control the temperature of the light and the brightness too. The light bar also has a backlight which is helpful as well. In my last setup video, I had acoustic foam panels put up on my side wall. When looking to improve my setup, I knew I needed to put more panels up on my main wall. I think the panels look really good and it makes my setup look more professional and not just a desk in a room. I got the panels from Amazon and I stuck them onto the wall with an adhesive spray. If you're using an adhesive spray, do not make the same mistake I did. When using the spray, I didn't wear a mask at all and the smell was just horrible. Oh no, I don't advise it. Wear a mask, please. Now, on my main wall, I have this Reindeer neon light which was featured in my last setup video. Now I know you're all going to say, why'd you have Reindeer up on your wall and it's not even Christmas? Well, it just looks good. I mean, it just looks good, that's the only reason why. And especially on the foam panels. So yeah, that's the reason. On my desk I put up some LED strips. These were cheap strips I got from Amazon once again, and they are 3000 Kelvin. They fit in with the aesthetic I want my setup to have with the warm lighting, and they look really good when up against the foam panels. As previously mentioned in my last setup video, I have an Anker 3-in-1 Magsafe Charger for my iPhone, Apple Watch and AirPods. This is super helpful as I don't need a lot of cables around, something I was really looking to improve on with this setup. Speaking about cables, it is now time to talk about the cable management of the setup. In my previous setup, the cable management wasn't great. I had a load of unnecessary cables lying around, so that was the main thing I needed to improve on in this setup. As I had a new standing desk, I also knew I had to organize everything so it would go up and down with the desk. I stuck my extension lead under the desk with these sticky gel pad things I got from Amazon. It has stuck really well and isn't showing any signs of falling. I then plugged everything that was on the desk into the extension lead so that no wires would be hanging down and the desk would be able to go up and down with no problems. This is also a hybrid Mac and PC setup, so I have my MacBook mounted under the desk and my PC behind my secondary monitor. The PC is just a standard office PC, which I mostly use for just web browsing. I mounted the power bricks from my monitors onto the legs of the desk with those pads, and I'm really happy with how the cable management has turned out. I also use self-adhesive cable clips to hold and manage the cables under the desk as well. The only wire that comes down from the desk is now the extension lead, which I put into a cable sleeve to make it a bit more discreet. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The difference between my old setup and this setup is just insane. Like, the cable management on this setup is just so good now. There's no ugly cables hanging around, there's only one cable coming down and it's just really clean looking. As I have a dual Mac and PC setup with only one keyboard and mouse, I needed a way to switch seamlessly between the two. Luckily, I had a KVM switcher lying around, so I was able to mount it under my desk with those same pads that I use for everything else. Now all I have to do is press a button and it'll switch the keyboard and mouse between my Mac and my PC. I mounted the button to switch under my desk to my right, so now it's really easy and accessible to switch. People overlook cable management when making their setups, but trust me, if you want your setup to look amazing, then cable management is absolutely key. There's nothing better than being able to look at your desk and just see no wires hanging down at all. So yeah, that's my setup for 2026. I hope you guys have enjoyed my new setup. I wanted to make it look really cool, and I think I've done that. And any tips and feedback would be greatly appreciated, as I'm still new to YouTube and I'm trying to find out how to make videos that are more entertaining and more informative. So I honestly would really appreciate some feedback. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.